Hi everyone, it's Kim from Kimson Yoga. I have a corporate yoga and meditation company and am proud to work with a team of 10 teachers. We go into company sites and offer yoga and meditation to employees. I'm here to share my top 10 tips for teaching yoga in the workplace like a boss. If I could give you an overview for my general approach to teaching in the corporate setting, I would recommend that you keep it smart and accessible. Here are ways to do that. Number one, I recommend using clear language. In my experience, when I teach corporate yoga, I work with a lot of brand new yoga students, people who are unfamiliar with Sanskrit, yoga etiquette, yoga poses. So, to keep your language very clear, I recommend minimizing the use of Sanskrit because to new people that can sound like a unfamiliar language. And to minimize the sing-songy quality that you may have in your voice. Number two is to share some of your personality or some humor while remaining professional to break the ice. And I think it's really important to create a sense of warmth and uh, make your yoga teaching feel inviting so that new people feel really comfortable. My third tip is to keep your teaching simple. As yoga teachers, we're often taught to give a lot of information. When you, in this third tip, try to keep it simple, you can do that by keeping your instructions at a minimum to 2 or 3 instructions per pose. My fourth tip is to give landmarks when you're cueing. Especially for new people to the yoga practice, they may be in a twist and it may be difficult to tell what left and right is. So here's an example of giving a landmark: twist to the right and reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. That can be really helpful. My fifth tip is to provide space for students to feel peace and to experience quiet. Yeah, as yoga teachers, we can throw a lot of information out and fill a lot of empty space with words, but people at work can be very stressed and overstimulated. So we want to make sure that we allow them time to destimulate. My sixth tip is to emphasize the practice of balancing strength and letting go. A lot of people in the work environment may know how to overexert. They may be very, very highly skilled at that. So it's important to balance that out by teaching strength while letting go. My seventh tip is to be punctual. People at work may have meetings right before and after class. You may even encounter employees that come to your class that may have to leave right smack in the middle of class. So you want to be attentive to that and start and finish right on time. My eighth tip to help keep your teaching engaging to all levels that you may have in your class is to offer options for a mixed level group. So an example of that would be in a high lunge to if beginners are feeling comfortable in the high lunge, but those who are experienced are looking for a little bit more heat and vigor, you could have the beginners hold the high lunge and the more experienced students add a shoulder bind or to add a rotation or twist in the high lunge. My ninth tip is to include poses that help to relieve tension in the areas of the body and mind that can tend to get really tight when you work at a computer and work for long hours. My favorite body parts to hit include the neck, the shoulders, poses that help to improve posture since we can round the posture a lot sitting at a desk and sitting at a computer. My final and 10th tip is to use language around Shavasana that is really understandable and clear. So when I teach classes, I use essentially zero Sanskrit. I don't even call Shavasana Shavasana. Why? Because a lot of people won't know what that is. And I want people to feel really comfortable in my class and very comfortable to the yoga practice. So I call Shavasana rest or horizontal meditation. Those are my 10 tips to teach yoga in the workplace like a boss. And I hope that these tips will help you to feel more empowered and successful and effective when you teach in the corporate setting. If you're interested in advancing your corporate yoga teaching and meditation teaching skills in the corporate setting, I'd love to help you more. Check out Kim Sin Office Yoga TT.com. I have a virtual office yoga teacher training that is available to you. Thanks so much for watching.